What the is a Genki Ball?
The goal's simple. Kill every damn thing in front of you. Extra points for not dying.
Say no more. Let's do this.
Original release in 2013, Saints Row 4 makes the jump to new consoles with Saints Row 4 Re-Elected. Despite the transition to better hardware, Re-Elected does little to prove it's more than just a modern-day port. A slight graphical upgrade and packed in downloadable content, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected is the same game without having to dust off that old console. This doesn't make Saints Row 4 Re-Elected bad. In fact, it's a solid port of a solid game. Right from the get-go, players get a taste of the humor that Saints Row is now known for. With references to many classic games like Metal Gear Solid and Mass Effect, the writers had a lot of fun making this game, and it shows. I often found myself laughing out loud or shaking my head at the absurdity. The weapons are also equally hilarious, ranging from the standard rifles and shotguns to the wacky stuff like the plunger launcher or the dubstep gun. I often turn to the melee combat, however, as powerbombing aliens never got old. With access to superpowers, this was the highlight of my 12-hour romp through Steelport. Being able to jump over buildings and glide around had me reminiscing of the original Crackdown. Super speed also aids in traversal, however this nearly eliminates any need for vehicles when flying to each activity is just easier and more fun. There are tons to do in Steelport as the map is littered with side activities, many returning from the old games like Insurance Fraud and Tank Mayhem. Re-Elected does not add any brand new content. In fact, the only new additions are options for the touchpad to be used for QuickTime events and a few voice commands. It does include all the downloadable content, which adds even more clothing options and opens up a few more weapons. Included are the two main pieces of downloadable content: Enter the Dominatrix, the original idea that the Saints Row 4 sprang from, and How the Saints Saved Christmas, which plots the Saints against evil gingerbread men in order to save Santa. Re-Elected does offer up slightly better graphics and frame rate, but I still ran into a few bugs which included random deaths and some very odd NPCs. Despite all the setbacks, Re-Elected is a superior way to play a game only a few years old. However, it does seem like more of a cash grab than anything else. None of this takes away from the fact that it's just fun to play. Blasting aliens and flying around can even be done in co-op, making twice the fun. Soaring over the city to come crashing down with a mighty stomp had me looking for the best ways to create my own fun. With no additional superpowers or weapons that the previous game introduced, it's hard to say that this version is warranted. But if you haven't played Saints Row 4 before, then you're in for a wonderfully insane treat.
Go 3rd Street, go 3rd Street, go. Go 3rd Street, go 3rd Street, go.
It would be nice to